Hey everybody, it's Moonfae. So I thought that it'd be fun to get on here and talk to y'all while I'm painting my nails. So I guess this is kind of like an update. So I've been thinking a lot lately about going with the flow of life. And what I mean by that is basically just having a philosophy of just not stressing and not planning and just taking life as it goes because I've spent a large portion of my life stressing out about things, worrying about things, and honestly, it's done nothing for me. Nothing for me. But and I've wasted so many days just like worried and stressed out and kind of like in fight or flight mode. And like one of my sayings that I say a lot is like what will be will be. And even though I was living life stressed and worried, I still had that mentality of like, well, what will be, even though I'm going to keep sitting here worrying about it. What will be, which was kind of like an oxymoron because, like, if you're really going to live by the what will be philosophy, then can't really, I mean, I did. I guess you can, but it was kind of like counterproductive. Can't really like sit there and be worried and stressed too, because like at the end of the day, we make these plans and most of the time the plans don't go the way that we plan them. And it's like, okay, well, why am I even planning anything? I should just wake up and have an idea. Like I can have an idea of like what I want to do for like a particular day or like month or whatever or year or whatever it is. But if I go with the flow of life, I'm like not resisting what's coming at me. I'm just like living life. I have my idea of what I want to happen. But if it doesn't happen, I'm not just gonna like freak out about it. I'm gonna like be like, okay, well, that's not happening the way I wanted it to. This didn't pan out the way that I thought it would. I'm feeling disappointment, but I don't have to stay in that emotion and I can have a freedom about me because I'm not like just um letting my whole day or week or month or year be ruined because something didn't happen the way I planned it to happen. So like cuz I've been thinking about this a lot over the past like week or so and I don't know, it's really kind of like been revolutionary for me in my thought processes because, like I said earlier, when I say I have wasted like so much time worried, I have wasted I've probably wasted hmm, at least collectively over my lifetime, I'd say I've probably wasted at least 5 years worried about things that I couldn't control. And most of the time, I'm like worrying about it for nothing because everything ended up panning out all right, you know? So I already had the motto for my life of what will be, will be. But that didn't stop me from worrying. But I was able to accept things, even if they were negative or what I perceived as negative, because I've had that philosophy of like, what will be, you know? And but now I want to take it like a step further and just like go with the flow of life. Like I don't have to have a plan. I can just live life, you know, wake up. Because when we wake up, we really don't ever really know for real, like how the day is going to go, how things are going to pan out. Like we don't know for real. Like we really don't know. We just have our hopes and we work towards things that we would like to happen, but we don't really know, like for real, honestly, how it's going to end up turning out for us in the long run. We don't know. And instead of letting that like freak me out, like I have, and waste, you know, more years of my life, more minutes that I can't like get back, I have decided to work towards going with the flow of life because I don't think it's like a natural thing for us to do, because naturally we want comfort. And I'm sorry about like the blink, blink, blink of the lights. Like, I don't know why that's happening. Like, it seems to happen when I move like around. So please bear with me. But like I was saying that, and I'm painting my toes right now, so that's why I'm bent down like this. But anyway, I don't think that like naturally we as human beings um like naturally are like, okay, cool, yeah, whatever happens happens, and like I'm totally down with whatever. I'm down for whatever, and whatever happens happens. I just i just don't think that's how we are, because like most of the time, like we want comfort and the least path of resistance. And most of the time, we don't want change. I don't like change at all. Not at all. Um, but change is inevitable, and it's better to like roll with the current than to go up against the current, because not gonna win up against the current, or you can't. I mean, you can try to like fight the current for a while and maybe you'll be successful for a little bit, but most of the time the current will win out. And I was watching this video earlier, and it said that like we are nature, like we're part of nature, like we're nature and everything. And like nature's always like trying to go like for like the next best thing. Well, not next best, but like the better thing, like evolution, you know. And like we're not exempt as humans just because we're not a tree or we're not like a bird. We're not exempt from like that part of nature, you know, because we are nature. And nature constantly trying to not trying to, but like actually really, you know, making changes to um for the betterment of nature. And since we're part of nature, like whatever the change is, it like we get affected as well. um and so when I heard that, I was like, okay, well, yeah, things happen, and like it can be like a tower like time, like a tower, it not even a tower moment, like it can be like a tower period. If you aren't familiar with the tarot, then the tower refers to like the tower, I'm referring to the tower card, which um refers to like sudden drastic change. And it's normally not pleasant necessarily, but it leads to, most of the time it will lead to, positivity. Even though like might not necessarily see it that way. And what makes the tower card so bad is like the fact that like we're not expecting whatever the change is, and it's drastic, and it's like visceral, and it's just a lot. But if we adopt a mindset of like going with the flow of life, which of course is easier said than done, I understand. Trust me, I understand, because I'm not somebody that likes change, and I have had to deal with so much change this year. It's pretty insane how much change I've had to deal with this year. But something that I've really gotten from this year is that like it's best not to plan. It's best to go with the flow of life. Um there's freedom in that, and there's freedom in not resisting, and just waking up and being like, okay, yeah, I'll go to work today. Um I'll, take care of my kids today, like I always do. Um, but whatever else happens, happens. Um, and it kind of like goes along with like my philosophy for life as well, because like I identify a lot with like the hippies, and it kind of, it just makes sense for me. So my new um motto for life, along with what will be, is um going with the flow of life. um yeah, going with the flow of life, because resisting isn't going to, it's not going to change what's going to go down. And it's easier to get through the things that like you may not be like super happy with happening, if you um just release the need to control it, release the need to be in control of our lives. Because honestly, I mean, yeah, we make the choices we do each day and everything, but really we don't have that much control. It's almost like sometimes I feel like, and I'm feeling like more and more lately, like control, our own control of our lives is it's like an illusion, I feel like, because at any moment anything can happen, and it can like drastically alter our life's trajectory. And yeah, it can just, any things can just change just like that, like just like that. Things can change in a major way. And like relationships end, um and like job, like people get fired from their jobs and all sorts of other like just grim things I really don't want to mention because I don't want the negative vibes or anything. I just don't want to like talk about that because I like to talk about positive things. But a relationship ending can, even though it can like really hurt, it can be a blessing. Like it can be a blessing, and um, we go. There's all these different cycles in life, and like one cycle, like the ending of another, of the ending of a cycle, like we can look at it as like the moon phases. Like we have the new moon, which is the beginning of a cycle, and then we have the full moon, which is like the culmination, and it's like an ending of that cycle. And I feel like right now I'm in like a full moon phase of life, and and when the full moon phase comes, what follows that? We have the waning moon, and then the new moon starts. So I don't know, like this life is just like a wild ride, and you just gotta like go with the flow of it, go with the flow of life, because can either choose to go with the flow of life and see the positive side of life, see, take life with the good and the bad, continue to have like an attitude of gratitude. That's like another thing I say, like every day I'm always talking about having an attitude of gratitude, because um I just don't see the reason in living life in a negative space. I know that there's like really hard things that we go through, but I'd much rather have a positive attitude about everything than get into a space of like complaining and cuz I feel like complaining, yes, complaining, we all complain, but like staying in that space, it can lead to despair and like depression, all sorts of like horrible things that really don't want to do. So I always try to stay, no matter what's happening, I try my best. I don't always succeed, but I try my best to stay in a place of gratitude. And most of the time, like that's where my mind is. Just looking at the bright side of things. Looking at the bright side of things. So I did black and silver. I'm not done. I'm gonna add this green on top of the black, and it's gonna look really cute. And um I'm gonna do another coat of silver because the silver is like kind of like see-through. I want it to be more like, I want it to show up more. And then on top of the silver, I'm gonna do like this glittery top coat. And yeah, so I'll be sure to show you guys the final product. I'll probably do like a little, like one of those shorts, those YouTube shorts. Um, and then like I'll show y'all the final product of them that way. I'm also going to do um my tarot, like how my year in tarot for 2022. I'm gonna do a video like that. Probably tonight once my nails dry. I'm gonna talk about like um the decks that I've read with the most, and like, you know, my whole how my journey has gone this year. It's different than the Tarotversary because the Tarotversary like covered like my whole like journey so far like in tarot. But this video that I'm gonna do later on, either later on today or tomorrow, well, sometime between tonight and like before 2023 comes, I'm gonna, but I want to do it tonight though. I'm just gonna talk about like my year with tarot and oracle, and like the decks that I've used the most this year, and um yeah, yeah. So thank you so much for watching this video. um I really hope that you like got something from it. Going with the flow of life is definitely easier said than done, but I'm really tired of worrying all the time about things. I like, you know, those what ifs, and like I'm just sick of it. So I'm like choosing to make a change, and because I really don't want to waste any more time like worried about things, you know. I'm tired of that. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll be back again soon with my year in tarot for 2022. Um, Blessed be. Bye.